got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Atlanta Falcons. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here.
That's it, baby. We go work.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Game doing his own damn thing. Like, how the fuck he get back started? The fuck? Change that bullshit.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Zebra, zebra. Hey, high 7. 53's Mike. Check, 53's Mike. Hey, tight.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
Hunt, what is he? 53 is the mic. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Say. Two. Under 10.
They'll run for the first time with the former Bearcat, Mike Boone. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. It's caught, Smith. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Hunt, what is he?
53, Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Shoot. First.
Cousins now from the 50. He's got Smith here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Vikings send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up.
59. Mike's 59.
Hey.
How you getting a headache?
Hey, foxtrot.
59's Mike. Check, 59.
Watch the run. It's soft, baby. That's baby soft.
Mike, Mike.
1st and 10, Stick. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Anthony Barr. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Haywood. Mike 54. Mike 54. Check, 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 check.
Stick looks to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Here's Stick looking to throw. It's caught. Jones. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check, crunch, crunch. Go out. SOS, SOS, SOS. Five.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'll get him, get him. Yep. Go, go. Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, go.
They'll throw on 2nd down his Stick. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
Ready. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here we go.
10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Yeah. 60 outlaw. 59. Bring it. Hey, check 24.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
90, Wolf. 54. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Get it.
On second down, it's Hunt trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
You get 61. Matchbox lights. You get
on third down, here's Hunt. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Well,
too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Switch.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
On the ground, this is Hill. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go. Here we go. 8-3. Watch the pass. Now. Switch.
number 2.
They'll run on first down.
Them motherfuckers just
and he
ain't
still
blocking.
has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Vikings 36-yard line.
On the ready. Check Mike 54. Mike 50. Fair. Watch the slant. Shoot.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
You got it.
Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Hey, I'm coming after you. No. Off. X3. 218. Chopper. 5.
On 3rd down, it's Hunt fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Slam. Hey, Delta. 45's the mic.
So don't say nothing.
45's the mic. Where's the hot?
Now Cousins.
All day.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Why are you not down there?
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Why? Get wide. Gun. Take it. Where's the hot?
They'll run with Boone here. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's crossing. He's 3 on 48.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Falcons' 42-yard line.
Gun. Where's that?
On second down now. Boom. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's able to find Diggs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all. As we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. So we get slap happy up here sometimes. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Throwing is Cousins, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Let's go. Gun. Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic. Bravo. Bandit. Bandit. Gun. 45. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Let's go, D. Wait, that.
First down, here's Cousins. Complete, Smith has it. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Cousins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Throwing, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Give me the ball every time, fellas.
Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
You ready?
At their own 23-yard line.
Come on.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you have...
It got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
At the 34-yard line.
Let's go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Zipper.
Mike's 54. Mike's...
Hey, orbit.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, half.
Hard. Leaf River.
On 2nd down, it's Stick. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Ready.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch the...
Yo, go. Hey, Alpha.
After this. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Wow.
On 3rd down, it's Stick. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Sets up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Stick. This one caught by Ridley. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Why y'all showing this bullshit? Damn.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Man out.
Go.
They run, Devontae Freeman. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready.
Freeman again. And he's able to get to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Check. Hit it.
On the run, this is Hunt. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more.
Come off the ball hard. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill.
Greystone, travel. Get it.
They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bull his way in there for the 2 points. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Buzz. 25's the mic. Get that. Go ahead.
They go play action. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
45.
Again, they're going to go with Boone. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
180! Here we go,
Here's Madison running on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Hey, steamer. Hey, no, easy. Tighten up. Pick the edge.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Give him 32 on the play. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, Ken! 80 weapon.
Now a give, right side. Boom. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Last stop. Last stop.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Boom. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get two. He don't want it.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Charlie, bang.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins.
Check 25.
Flushed out right. And Diggs has it. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. That's caught by Hollister. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Check 26, check 10.
Second and 10.
Good route, Tim. Hey, zoom.
53's the mic.
Gun.
Check 53.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins.
Come on, man.
That'll be
Goddamn.
incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Gun.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
Hey, Steamer. Come on, boy.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Don't be scared.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. Johnson, the intended target. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down.
Man, why the fuck you slide over there with that dumbass shit? God damn.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
This motherfucking game is full of shit.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Rush in. Watch twist.
Oh, man. The
Well,
fuck?
the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Stick back to pass. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Let's get it.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. Hey, lock it.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
You got tight right there.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
You draw corkers.
Under crunch. Showing 8.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike, check. 59. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Get in the weight room.
Check 59. Go.
Stick to throw once more.
Good read.
God. By Austin Hooper. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This thrown quickly out to Jones. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
15, Lonnie. 15 line. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him. Big grip.
On 2nd down, Freeman.
And he's just throwing them bitches around, man.
3 yards, and now they're
God
needing
damn, I ain't
here
never seen
on
no
3rd
shit
and
like
6.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W.
Laying them home.
In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Again, they'll run with Freeman.
Boy.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Some crazy shit.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation.
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they coughed it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
X3. 218. Chop it. Get it.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. On 3rd down. Hunt. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just